On June 27, 2025, multiple regions in China were suddenly struck by a wave of severe convective weather. What began as a seemingly normal summer day quickly escalated into a chaotic afternoon dominated by intense rainstorms, howling winds, and relentless hail. From the ancient cities of Shaanxi province to the bustling towns of Jiangsu, the skies unleashed a dramatic display of nature's force that caught many off guard. In Shaanxi, cities including Yan'an, Xi'an, Xi'an, and Weinan were all swept up in violent storms. In Xianyang, hail began pounding fields without warning. The ice stones smashed into crops with alarming intensity, leaving leaves shredded and stalks broken. Cornfields that had been standing tall in the morning were reduced to bruised and battered rows by the afternoon. Farmers stood at the edges of their land, watching as the sky rained down destruction in waves. The hopes of the season were bruised, if not completely crushed, in mere minutes. Xi'an faced not only fierce winds and rain, but also one of the most intense lightning displays in recent memory. As the storm rolled over the city, the sky was illuminated by thousands of lightning strikes. Flash after flash lit up the darkened clouds above, painting the skyline with eerie brilliance. The thunder was continuous, echoing across neighborhoods and reverberating through buildings.
墨梅，
你回来再加，太好。
刚好到家，他妈的。
你看淹着死了，都起飞了，咱这停车了。
In the city's Chang'an district, particularly around Wanjin town, the storm brought rain mixed with hailstones the size of soybeans. The pounding was so loud that it drowned out all other sound. People who had been walking or riding scooters were forced to stop and seek shelter wherever they could. Beneath a construction site roof, dozens of people huddled together, some shielding their heads with shopping bags or jackets. In other areas of Xi'an, the rain lashed against windows and rooftop. The visibility dropped sharply. Lightning burst through the thick cloud cover again and again, making the city look like it was flickering between night and day. People rushed to the nearest shelters. Workers pressed against building entrances. School children clung to umbrellas that barely held up, and streets echoed with the sharp crack of thunder above. The sheer volume and pace of the lightning gave the impression of a battlefield in the sky. While the northwest was under assault, Jiangsu province in the east was also experiencing its own burst of extreme conditions. In Xi'an, the arrival of the storm was preceded by an eerie calm. Then came powerful gusts of wind, pushing through the city with such force that outdoor chairs and tables were lifted off the ground. Cafe furniture was tossed through the air and across sidewalk. One chair was seen flying across a road before crashing onto the pavement, and plastic bins were thrown onto their side.
我操！老龙啊！快收了神通吧！快收了神通吧！
Local weather observers measured wind speeds up to level 11, conditions more commonly associated with tropical storms. Xi'an residents were left scrambling. Shopkeepers rushed outside to secure their signs and umbrellas. Trees bent under pressure. Electric scooter riders struggled to maintain their balance, and some chose to stop and wait rather than risk being thrown over by the wind.
好吓人，这个雨。
In residential areas, people ran to shut windows and secure potted plants as curtains flapped wildly indoors and doors shook in their frames. The noise of the wind grew louder, whistling between buildings and rattling metal fixtures.
没，这雨好的没，好的是时候，日他妈那别这拖怪菜，那人日他妈挣钱，日他妈来别去，明儿从明儿起不花钱了，这雨拖。
In Nanjing, the storm came with similar intensity. The sky darkened quickly. Winds swept through the streets, snapping umbrellas and sending flyers and plastic bags tumbling down the road. The rain arrived in sheets, driven sideways by the wind. Pedestrians ducked into subway entrances, shops, and covered corridors to escape the downpour. From the battered crops in Shaanxi to the wind-thrashed streets of Jiangsu, this day showed just how suddenly the weather can shift from calm to chaos.